What do we make of this matchup? Declan Brennan's about to get us underway. 40 minutes on that clock. Nothing's changed. It's the same race to 8, 14-frame match.
I think this is going to be a demolition job.
Yeah.
Yeah, for the Northern Irish boys, I think they'll win quite comfortably here.
They're certainly on paper favourites, but the way they've been performing throughout the tournament and the match they played against England was just unbelievable. The number of finishes between both sides. Obviously Northern Ireland getting the edge in the win, but the standard across the board there was electric. Started off with Declan Brennan, who had two break clearances in the match.
Yeah, I was just speaking to Ronan Fay there just before we kicked off, and he said to me there was one ball missed in the match, and that was by England, and that was the only mistake in the whole match. And what was the final score?
6-5 in the end.
So that's crazy standard for team pool, because team pool can get edgy, as we know.
Declan obviously playing incredibly well this week, already taking down the Masters title. Now looking at the World Team Shootout. He's been leading off his team all week long in both main team championships and the Shootout. And he really did set the tone in that semi-final against England. Looks like the yellow just below the red on the left-hand side looks a touch awkward. I think he'd just about get to the pot and angle without moving anything.
I think he might maybe leave it till last and then drop the black into the left centre, but it will be quite a tricky one. But I can't see where he can get on it before his last ball, to be honest, Simon. Yeah, Declan's playing some unbelievable pool. Like we just said you said it off air. It was probably the best one of the best matches, if not the best, you've commentated on the final with Declan and Tom last night. So
I was just blown away. I mean, you know that Tom's going to play a level because he's been the best player in the world for a while. But you know, Declan's a world-class player. We've seen him win major titles, but the level he played, having gone through what he went through all day long, was amazing. And it wasn't just the fact that he was making finishes. I've watched all you guys make finishes on repeat, but it was the level of the finishes he was taking out and the certainty and the belief he played with. It was just a real spectacle, just such a high-quality match, and thrilled to bits for him that he's won the title. Now it's time to turn his attention to some team stuff.
Yeah, I got here for the last couple of frames, and the skill shot Declan played first visit in the last frame of the match took some bottle. And
yeah, he said afterwards, he's like, "Oh, it was the shot to play, but you have to have bottle to play that shot." And he's taken this one out very nicely. Perfect start here for Northern Ireland. Breaking clearance from Declan Brennan. Gary Carr's out there for Northern Ireland. Nothing he can do because it's Mangion on the break.
It's a great hit.
Deserves a ball.
And he's got one, has he? Yes.
And he's going to get a ball, and it's a good split as well.
What a layout.
What happened in the semi-final with Northern Ireland and England was that Decky started off with a lovely break clearance. The response from Carl Sutton was a break clearance, and that's what you feel Malta need to do here, and Stephen needs to do that right now. This is all about the cue ball, this finish. Ideally, he doesn't want to leave this ball down table, but he's got no choice now with the angle he's left on the red to the left centre to go up table, unless he takes the red into the top and plays a gentle cannon onto the red to push it on for the bottom corner. But I think he'll be going middle. He's played it nicely. This is tricky. You can tell he wants to take it on in the middle. He's just not got the right angle on the others, that's why. In the end, a bit of a strange shot.
Yeah, it was a nothing shot, really. Obviously, he wanted to get the one out of the way. One by the black out of the way, but he didn't. He's not landed good on it at all. And that's what we were saying, Simon. He wanted these two balls down the bottom. He didn't want this ball left down the bottom of the table. Oh, what a shot.
It's a good recovery, but it's only part of the recovery here. He's on the one into the centre, but not easy to get on the next one.
And had he been able to stay down table and get rid of that ball, he's home here.
Yeah, exactly. Just enough angle to force it down, and he's gone down far enough to be on this ball.
Yeah, he's sort of like just. He's not really mapped to route, I don't think. But he's still at the table, and he's got a good chance of getting this. I think this table's that slick. He can dig this into the middle and miss the yellows at the bottom and come back up the left-hand side of the table as we look.
Well, he's made the pot. He's sacrificed position to make sure. Didn't try and do too much. Now this is tricky. These corners have been playing quite nippy this week.
I do fancy him for this, though, if he plays it at a nice pace.
And in it drops. Mangion responds. Break clearance apiece. We're 1-1.
As we know, Ronan's one of the most solid players in the game for the past 20-odd years.
Well, Ronan McCarthy making a ball off the break is big news. I was chatting to him when the women's final was on. We were just stood behind the cameras there, and he said, I've had 10 straight dry breaks across his tournaments he's been playing in, from the World Team Shootout semis, from the pairs he was playing before that, and he was watching one of the girls in the final tap the break and 2 balls fly in. So he was kind of in his dry sense of humour having a bit of a laugh with it. Well, he's made a ball here and he's given himself a chance.
Yeah, I caught a bit of his match with Dylan Leary. I think that was in the Masters, was it?
Yeah.
And he had 6 dry breaks out of 6, Ronan was telling me, which is pretty unheard of, especially with how nice these tables are playing and how well they're breaking.
Yeah,
I think that's why we've seen him go to the cut break there, Simon. That's the first time this week I've seen him cut break, and that's obviously a result of his 10 dries.
He's just trying to find a way, isn't he? Just trying to find anything. What he's so good at is when he makes a ball off his break, he's unbelievable at making the clearances to go with it. His break's always been a story, but I've felt over the last few years it's hugely improved. But 10 on dry on the trot, it's tough to take at this level.
And again, what a split this was off the break. Can't see no mistakes here from Ronan.
Just
Can
about
he just
come far
nip
enough.
this?
Yeah.
Or
No,
is
he's
he
going to have to
using
go
top
up and
round?
down. This looks
He's played
short.
for the centre. Oh, he's played for the centre.
Wow.
No,
Didn't
it's
expect him to play
perfect.
for the centre, but he's perfect on it. Another break clearance. 3 on the bounce to start this match. But yeah, he sort of earned his way into the pro ranks, kind of quietly through the challengers, and since being in the pros, he's sort of made a bit of a statement by beating Tom Cousins when he was in full tilt a few weeks ago, and he's been brilliant here this week. And Northern Ireland are putting a lot of confidence in him where they're playing him in their team matches as well. Being out there at pressure moments, but he's going to have to sit and wait right now because it's Ryan Pisani with a chance for Malta.
The clearance in particular he took out against Ireland in the deciding frame on this match table. I was in the crowd for that one, and it was brilliant. I was looking at it, when he was walking around the table, I was looking at his face for signs of nerves or signs of pressure, and he was just giving nothing. Yeah. And he took out a difficult finish. He made a difficult finish look easy. His cue ball was pinpoint every shot. It was very impressive.
Yeah, you can see him sat down there. He's just pretty calm, pretty laid back. Nothing he can do if he doesn't get to the table. And Ryan has got every chance to stop him getting to the table. And especially now that he's developed his only awkward ball.
Could be looking at 4 out of 4.
Yeah, I was about to question whether that red went or not. Obviously didn't, that's why he's played into it. So now it's open. Just has to connect them together.
Still not guaranteed out here. I think he wants to get rid of the one that's over the middle pocket next after this one, but he doesn't want to land the wrong side of it. Well, actually, he's okay. He can spin round the angles. Unless he leaves it till last and leaves it thin so he can come round the 2 angles for the black. I think that would be my choice now. Get rid of the one in the middle of the table and then the one over the pocket.
Ryan's come back and hit the gap. It means that he's going to have to play a good positional shot here. I was sort of with you, really. I quite liked it as the previous shot, or
anywhere just past the baulk line, and it would have been a natural to pot it thin and come off the side cushion, bottom cushion, and back into around the black spot area. Yeah,
having it last shot was definitely the best way. Doesn't matter now though. He's played that well. Lovely. That's so much better than it looks. It's so easy to get that sort of shot wrong.
Yeah, definitely.
Plays it to perfection, and 4 out of 4. Unbelievable standard once again. Yeah, definitely. With what Northern Ireland were doing, breaking first, break dishing 2 in a row, and Malta responding. Like you say, Simon, the pressure's on them because one mistake and they can be 3 frames behind within the blink of an eye. Dylan's got a great chance to make it 5 from 5 here. I think this is 5 from 5, Simon. I don't want to put the curse on him, but I can't see a player of Dylan's class not clearing from here. He just has to sort of almost make sure the transition works, but he's got a couple of good options of doing that transition and a big window for it. Pretty sure the yellow at the top passes the red to top right as well as top left, so it's just all good here. Yeah, he's in perfect shape. Just a touch of right hand side, spin it around the 2 angles, and it's natural line of the shot, and then yellow into the right centre and drift up table. I think the ball closest to the red will be his last ball into the opposite corner pocket. There's the spin. Yeah, that looks absolutely inch perfect, just done through the gap now. And his work's done. What a standard we've been treating to here. Inch perfect. He's left himself the correct angle on every single shot. Well, I think he's got a slight angle here, or is he screwing back using the rail? Wasn't a problem at all. Just pulls up, not hampered queuing. 5 from 5. What a final this is so far. Amazing. Dylan Leary joins the party. Break clearance to make it 5 from 5, to make it 3-2. And Northern Ireland keep putting the pressure on to Malta. Cut break, and it's the trickiest one so far, you feel? Yeah, that is the downfall of the cut break clusters. I think on these Supreme match tables, playing as slick as they are, the cut break just doesn't give us better advantage as a front ball break. You can even hit 50% power front ball break, and you're going to reap rewards on this table, I think. Oh, Joseph at the table. Don't know much about this guy, Simon. Can't say I've seen much of him play. Seen a little bit. Joseph Casher. What we know with Malta, this one's going to get away from him, and it's made the 8 ball more awkward. You feel it might still go top right. I think he might have had a result, Simon, if it does, because I don't think it did go top right before. I was just about to say he's got some work to do as well as finding a pocket for the 8 ball. So first miss in the match, and it's Malta that blink first. James Nesbitt at the table, wastes no time, tucking Joseph up. And like we said yesterday, these time matches, he probably felt forced into go for a finish there because of the standard Northern Ireland are playing for 1, and because he just probably wants to keep it going, a bit of the action. And you can get sort of sucked into that sort of thing, but I guess the only real remit he has when he comes to the table is trying to find a way to win the frame, whether it takes 10 visits apiece or whether it's a break clearance. Still over half this match, just left, just over 20 minutes. We started with 40. It is a race to 8, but that rarely comes into play. Not quite the snooker this time for James.
First shot when James come to the table, I was surprised at that because it was quite an easy pot into the top left.
And everything kind of had pockets, didn't it? There wasn't really too much work to do.
Yeah. I was surprised he didn't attempt the clearance, to be honest. I suppose he's still got the black sort of tied up. I don't think it goes to the top left pocket as we look.
Yeah, the other thing when he played is he's stuck up at the top. He's may have just made his red at the top a little bit more awkward. I'm not sure if it goes from the left-hand side. Otherwise, we'd be saying this is now a good chance to go. Northern Ireland's turn to miss. This all of a sudden feels like quite a key frame. 2-frame advantage are all square as we go into the second half of the match.
Yeah, I haven't seen much of James play either, so I don't know. What was he like in the semi-final?
Yeah, good.
Yeah, good.
Well, actually, no, I think he was one that didn't get to the table because of the break clearance. Let me check my notes. No, he did make the break clearance. Yeah, he broke cleared Lee Kendall to make it 4-3.
Well, he can't get out from here now, I don't think, because he definitely wanted this ball closest to the right centre to be his last ball to get on the black if it does go top left or play a soft cannon on the black. Just hit the cushion, I think. I don't think he hit that from behind, didn't he? So luckily to get the second rail.
Had to get the second cushion. You have to hit contact on the cushion. Have to hit cushion after contact with your ball. Has left this red on.
I think he might have to go top left. Not an easy shot at all. See, he was then faced with that in my opinion was 5 times more difficult than the red he actually refused when he first got his first visit. And that can happen. Sometimes you turn down a chance and then you might not get a better one.
Comes back to bite you a little bit. That's half the battle sometimes, especially when you sort of go down the ranks a little bit. Is trying to figure out when's the best chance you're going to get to win that frame. And sometimes you can miss the boat. I'm not saying that James has done that here, but he keeps letting Joseph back in.
That's no good at all. He needed to be high on that, if anything, to come naturally off the bottom cushion and back up towards the top right corner.
Oh, wow.
What an effort that was.
Yeah. Both balls flew in simultaneous.
But it was the shot before that was the poor shot. Very poor shot.
Puts the cue ball on the red here. Does that tell us that the red above the 8 ball is fairly comfortable for him?
If the red by the 8 doesn't go into the same pocket he's putting this ball in, then I'd be putting this straight to top through for that red by the 8 ball into the top left. But it must go if he's not doing that.
Yeah, checking out the angles. Must clearly go.
That's a pretty loose one. So the pace of the table's caught him out there, I think. He's still good. He still should get out. It's all about pace control here.
Missed a couple in this frame, but James looked pretty calm and collected out there.
Yeah, he did look calm then when it just showed him walking around the table, confident. Couldn't have put it better with his hand, I don't think. Does look extremely tight, Simon. If there was any doubt, surely he should have been taking it into the bottom left earlier on in the visit, but...
Well, if that was just the margin that he was looking at, then actually there's probably more than it looks. Just looks tight to us.
Yeah, it's hard to see from here. But yeah, I have no doubt that this flies in. Else he would have been.
Two-frame lead for the first time. First frame that's not a break clearance, but it's still Northern Ireland that win it.
Another
8 balls
crunching
fly
break.
in. Nothing else doing though. It's dry break for the first time for Northern Ireland.
That's unlucky. He's hit that break really, really solid.
Pretty good split as well.
Another great split. Again, this ball down the bottom half, he needs to get out of the way early doors, because the pattern needs to be yellow left centre and yellow down the rail last. That would be my way. I think now he can take the one in bulk, not this one, the other one, and come down for that yellow. That's the way I'd be going, but he's not.
Yeah, it's almost constructing the finish from the back end, isn't it? And understanding whilst the yellow in the bottom half isn't really a problem, where does it fit in the pattern? Because it doesn't fit.
Yeah,
with the rest of the back
now,
end.
I think he should have took that one shot ago and drifted down into the middle of the table for that ball. And then the ball he's playing now to top right. That would have been my route anyway, but we all see it different, Simon, and it's a lot easier to see your route
Oh,
from the
100%.
comms box
Yeah.
than it is out there in the heat of battle.
I mean, it's not too difficult to connect the one left of the 8 ball with the one in the bottom half of the table, but it's difficult to connect it with an angle to then get back on the 8 ball. It's harder than having it out the way. That's why he's left the other one at the top end of the table.
Yeah, very some strange pattern he's gone about these, but if he gets them, it doesn't matter, but this is where things can go wrong. Nice shot.
This match has flown along. 1 minute 22 away from the last 10 minutes and 15 seconds of shot. That snuck up on us quick. Straight's not great here. Limits his options.
And this is why a different pattern was key. He was never guaranteed a good angle going this way. Oh, he's been fortunate there. I think he's played for the black in the left centre because he was looking at the potting angle before that shot, and he's actually landed as good as you can on this double.
And it goes many different ways to do it. Darren Chembry finds his way. Malta back within one, and they have the break. That levels things up on terms of the breaker serves, who is coming in for his first frame. He's essentially making it a top 8 for Northern Ireland, comes in as the closer.
Brilliant cut break. Another great split. Again, I haven't seen much of Gary, but from what I have seen, bits, he's looked solid.
Got a lot of confidence and belief in his own game.
Which is what's needed at this level.
Believes in what he's trying to do. Finds his own way.
don't think that's great unless he can just screw straight back towards the red.
I think he's got a
Just
little
before
bit
the
too
red.
much angle. And we're at 15 seconds a shot. Final 10 minutes. Well, we're inside the final 9 minutes, in fact.
Nice shot. Don't think the angle's the best. Well, he's done well there, but the cue ball could get away, I think.
Yeah,
Unless he can drag it in with a touch of side and full ball the red.
oh, wow.
Oh, wow.
Looked like it was going to be sucked in.
What has he played there? He's just sort of... It's as if he said to himself, just make sure the pot and whatever happens, happens. Which is crazy.
And that completes the break clearance. Somehow, in the end, Gary Carr gets the job done, and we're all square once again.
He's definitely got a new break and he sticks with it. Which is always good if you trust something to stick to. Oh,
Is it
last
gonna
red,
get last
last
ball
red,
rolling?
last red.
He's already sat down.
Wow, Declan was in his seat.
Problem with that is that's a few seconds he's wasted. 15 seconds a shot, remember. He has got that extension.
And this is tough. There's not... has he got an opening pot? Just. Great shot.
Everything now goes.
Great shot. Yeah, he's just looking with his cue there. He can drop this to left centre and land on his most awkward ball. And again, these all connect up lovely. Needs a slight angle, and he's got one. Perfect. Oh. Little smile from Declan.
There's the WPF president, Joe Fanto, watching on, enjoying what he's seeing.
What a finish.
There's normally that moment in clearances where players know it's unmissable. Declan got there with 2 to go. And that completes the break clearance. Northern Ireland back in front. Declan Brennan has done it twice. Oh, what a break.
Brilliant break.
Has to make a ball, surely. This game baffles you at times, but it's dry. 5 minutes 55 on the clock.
If the yellow he's closest to goes into the opposite corner, I think yellows are the order of the day. Tough opening shot, but it is virtually frame ball it if he can make it. Oh, he's going reds. Much tougher clearance on reds, but if he doesn't fancy that yellow, then
Just for a second, he was about to go for a full lap wonder and realised he's at 15 seconds a shot. Sometimes your natural habits are tough to control.
and that's a good shot because he wants to get this one out of the way as early as possible. And again with this one, he'd like to get on the other one just above it as early as he can as well in the visit. I think he's just come a roll too far. May have to play for it long up past the middle. Slightly overhit. I think he has to take it unless he's on the one to the centre pocket. Now this isn't easy at all.
Very hard to find this line.
Yeah. and he's got to be careful of the centre pocket. He doesn't want to hit it hard enough to make the centre pocket because he's going to need a tracer left-hand side off the top cush. No good. No good. Oh, I think he's been fortunate. He needed a touch of stun on that, I think, to find the gap of the yellows.
The stun make would have made the shot so much harder, but he didn't look like he could get there with just the side.
Oh. Oh, that was close.
Oh.
That was very close. He just caught the cushion first. If he hit the red first, the red would have went really, really close.
Don't think he's left anything easy here, though. He hasn't. 3:40 left. Malta in big favourites in this frame.
See,
Yeah,
Malta win this frame because he's going to play a good few safeties here, I think.
Yeah, 6-red shootout right now is a fair chance.
Oh no, he's not going to play a good few safeties. I got that one wrong. He's probably going to play one. Oh no, no.
He's got that one all wrong.
I think he's left Gary on a double to the middle.
Yeah, pretty picked target to get that safety right.
Huge target, anywhere on the bottom cushion.
And it flies in. Not the easiest 8 ball. But he'd just be thrilled to have the chance. And it's there. Gary Clark gives Northern Ireland a 2-frame advantage with just a couple of minutes left on the clock. Oh, wow.
Wow.
I was about to say Ronan McCarthy has found his new break with that cut break, but Rai smile because that cue ball was kicked awfully. And now Ryan Pisani, who made the break clearance in his first frame, has cue ball in hand. I was thinking reds here.
Yeah.
All the reds go.
Reds. He has to play a developing shot on yellows, and he's not got the angle to do it here. Or has he?
He tried to make it, but it wasn't there. Every red went. I know there's 2 on the cushion, but every red had a pocket.
Yeah. Reds were definitely the balls there, Simon. But he's the shot clock against him. He's probably just the first sort of shot he's seen. Has he got away with this, or?
Just about for Ronan. Hasn't quite landed, though.
No, this is no good.
Will Malta get one more chance?
I think maybe just dig in, try and get the white back to where it is now.
Oh, what a shot from Ronan. Digs himself out. And now he just has to hold himself together.
Did he play that, Simon? I think that double kissed.
Did it?
Yeah, I think that double kissed.
Huge fluke then for Ronan McCarthy.
I would like to see that shot again, but I'm sure that double kiss because the white went flying.
Just the 1 minute left in the match. And Ronan just has to hold himself together here. Should be playing the shots on the beep. Experienced enough to know that. He's waiting for them.
Wide, is it? Yeah.
About 30 seconds left here for Ryan. In fact, less than that. It's the final seconds of the match. Ronan McCarthy did enough. Northern Ireland have retained the title they won 12 months ago. They are the World Team Shootout champions once again. You have to say, that was an amazing performance. They just kept taking it to Malta.
Yeah, brilliant performance. Brilliant final to watch. It had a bit of everything, didn't it? It had the brilliance, had a couple of scrappy moments. couple of strange shot choices, everything that you want in a final, really.
Yeah, it certainly was, but brilliant performance. They were brilliant throughout. Their semi-final was incredible. They continued in the final, and they are the champions once again.
Your 2023 World Team Shootout champions, once again, are Northern Ireland.
محمد السمار